Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Cave. So if you're just joining us or you want to recap from the last episode, we did complete the zoo, which was the Cave General Quest, the second of three General Cave quests, which everyone will do on their playthrough of the game. And now we are doing the Scientist-specific quest, which is going to be probably, I'm feeling like it's going to be in the 15 to 20 minute range. It took me a little while when I did this last night. There's a lot of elements. This is very much a multi-stage puzzle, but it's a very interesting level. And it's got some really cool puzzle design that you will see as we move up here. But as we get up to the very top here, we're going to be introduced to the very end kind of puzzle condition. I like when games are designed in such a way that they kind of put the end goal so clear. So you can see there's three keys here. Again, apologies for the unfortunate frame rate issues. That's endemic to the game. It's not actually me or my recording setup. But yeah, we got three keyholes here. This is going to be our end game objective for this room, or for this quest, if you will, is to turn all three keys simultaneously. But of course, first we have to actually get three keys. So first things first, let's take our scientist up here and hack this terminal. We're going to hack every terminal we come across. This should, there we go. Open the lower blast door for us, which I believe is this right here.
The blast door is now open.
Any second now.
So she got that blast door open without causing wanton havoc and senseless destruction after all. I might have misjudged her.
So we do have almost like a GLaDOS voice that is going to be constantly showing up for us here.
The blast door is now open.
This should open any second, I believe. Actually, maybe we have to go check outside for just a second.
The blast door is now open.
I disagree. This might not be the lower blast door. I remember this causing problems for me for a second as well. I think we have to go down here. And of course, as soon as we go down here, this thing will probably open. Unless I'm missing something. It's not that. It might be this lower blast door here.
Systems engaged.
On like the far left. So yeah, we can't go through there.
Engaged.
Does this now open?
Insert warhead to commence launch.
I would love to insert the warhead to commence launch.
System to commence launch.
Okay, so we have to insert the warhead, we have to insert the guidance
I fear
system to
nuclear
commence
missiles
launch.
are like potato chips to her. She can't launch just one.
That is a trademark of Lay's, Mr. Narrator. And I'll see you in court. So in doing this, I don't know why it takes forever for that door to open. I don't know. I'm not even sure if we actually have to go down here. But in any case, I guess it did trigger the next section, so I shouldn't be complaining. So let's just move on. Might as well take our scientist, as she is going to... Actually, this one is going to be a little different. I think we want to use our knight, actually. Fly through here, turn invincible. And this will allow me, if I just stand over here, stay invincible, and then go with our scientist. Just give it a second here. I promise this will work. We need to hack that terminal, as you might expect. There we go. So we can turn off that laser. This guy's probably going to be... Oh, okay, it worked. This guy's probably going to be pretty pissed for about 2 seconds until he gets turned into a key somehow. And that is going to be the first key that we need to insert. So we've got like 5 things to worry about right now. The first thing is these 3 launch keys. We're going to be focusing on those. But we also need to insert the guidance system, and we need to insert the warhead.
They're not doing what it looks like they're doing, are they?
Why we are launching this missile is beyond me, but, you know, it's important to complete the game, so that's what we're going to do.
Is bring your kid to work day.
So I'm just trying to remember what's up here. We will take a look at that board, don't worry. Okay, this is the HVAC control switch. We'll talk about that in just a second. We have some more elements we need to worry about first. We have the administrator's terminal, which is important to look at, because this will tell us what our password is supposed to be. So in looking at this, you're saying, okay, we need to figure out what day it is. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, they all have different passwords, as does Saturday. I guess Sunday is the day that they get off. And these change every single time. The one that we had last time is going to be different than the one that we had this time. So you can't just like speed through it by knowing it. So we're going to have to come back up here, of course. But the first thing we should do is probably take this character. We might as well take our knight as well. Call the elevator here. Take him out of his angelic state, Devil May Cry style. Excuse me? Oh, we need to hack the terminal, right? My bad. Every time I say the terminal, I feel like I'm referencing that Tom Hanks movie. This is a fairly long quest that we're going to be dealing with here, but it'll all come together fairly quickly for us in just a second here. So we're going to start probably by trying to get the guidance system up. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it a different way. Not the guidance system, sorry, the warhead. The warhead should be the easiest for us to do. So I'm just going to take our adventure. Again, this will ruin some of the surprise because I'm doing it so quickly. But notice that this wet floor sign actually does not... It's not related to the fact that the floor under it is wet. The sign itself is actually what causes the slippage. Like, check this out. If I put it down here, then I will slip again when I run across it. So basically, we are carrying a wet floor with us, not just a wet floor sign. So if we just jump, land close to it-ish, maybe stand back here, jump close to it, pick it up. This is going to allow us to accomplish one of the easier objectives for this mission. So if I just come up here to Warhead Town, let me demonstrate what happens first if you don't do the puzzle properly. So if you just try to insert the oh, we need the scientist. God damn it. Always forget that she's pretty important, as she is like the main unit for this. We need her to hack all these terminals. So we'll actually have to come back up here and see the administrator's panel again, but that's okay. Or administrator's terminal, I should say. Yes, we need her to be able to hack this terminal. So let's take our adventurer, and we'll just put her over here for now. Then we'll take our scientist, not the knight, the scientist. Come back up here using our incredible ladder jump technology. Now, if we just try to hack this terminal, it'll work, and the warhead will start to go into the thing.
I'm trying to keep the warhead out of the missile.
Oh, whoa, I actually managed to make it work there. That was a total accident. I guess it was because of the wet floor sign just being held here. It turned this floor wet. Normally what happens is he just goes and turns off the terminal. But I guess because we had the wet floor sign here, that actually managed to make it work. Normally I was just going to put it down and then make it happen that way. So in doing that, we get another launch key, so we might as well just keep things simple. We'll head up and we'll insert this launch key, so that's going to make 2 of 3 launch keys that we have. Still need to get the last launch key as well as insert the guidance system. And getting the last launch key is actually going to be the most difficult. These are all very easy so far. So we're just going to play primarily with our scientist here, as she is going to be basically essential for doing a lot of this stuff. But we can actually now use our knight and maybe try to figure out what day it is. So remember that we have those passwords related to the days. Let's try to see if we can figure out what effing day it is. So our bulletin board is going to tell us the lunch menu. This is how we're going to figure out what day it is. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday all have different foods. And then by going to the cafeteria downstairs, we should be able to figure out what the actual food of the day is. We can play this arcade machine. It's not very good, though. It's a combination of Duck Hunt and, I don't know. What's that? Revolution X? The post-apocalyptic Aerosmith-themed shooter? Anyway, the guidance system is to our left there, but we don't need anything to do with that just yet. When we come down here, we might be able to go to the cafeteria, or is the... Oh, there's another piece of cave painting that we're going to need to get. Spikes and snakes and spikes. You might not have gotten that one before, so that's probably at 7 as well. I should say. 7 out of 9. Not in like a Deep Space Nine style, but 7 out of 9 in like, you know, we've got 7 out of 9 cave paintings for this character. There's another piece of cave art here for our scientist. Today's special, by the way. We got Dr. Strangelove there. Today's special, by the way, is pho, as you can see. Or, you know, in Vietnamese, I believe it's actually pronounced pho. But it's one of those things where I say pho when I'm with people, because when you say pho, they're like, what's pho? And then you have to sound like an asshole. You're like, well, actually, in the native language. Like, eh. Anyway, you guys get what I'm saying here. We can put this wet floor sign down. We don't need this anymore. So it's Saturday, so we are going to take our adventure. We might as well take the scientist up. It doesn't really make any big difference here. Might as well take them both up, because we're going to have to take the elevator back down anyway. And we're going to see what the password is for Saturday on this administrator's terminal. Saturday is 5373. So let's go back down to our knight, who is still down here. And there should be a terminal
Slippery when wet.
for us to be able to enter this password. It's 5373, if I remember correctly. Is it through here? No, it must be down one more level. 5373. It's weird. I think I might have had a stroke when I was playing through this game the first time. Like, I found the password for that day, and I was like, oh, it's 1262. And then when I actually went to input it, it didn't work. And then when I went back to the administrator's terminal, all the passwords had changed. I swear to God. And then, like, I was like, where was that password? Well, now I'm entering 1262. What am I doing? Maybe I'm just an idiot. That's probably Occam's razor on that one. It's 5373 if I remember correctly. Alright, now this is going to give us the knockout gas. The knockout gas is going to be essential towards getting the guidance system into this ship. Although it might not seem like it at first. So it's kind of weird the way we're going to do this. You might not expect it. You might have seen this vent over here. What we're going to do is stand here with this knockout gas. And then we actually have to take one of our units up here. And via this knockout gas, we are going to knock out a guard who would otherwise be a problem for us. So one second, let me switch to the adventurer. We're going to send the adventurer down so that we can see all elements of this puzzle at work. Because this is one where it sort of requires the use of all 3 companions at once. If we just try to run past this guy, he's just going to shoot us in the face. And we can't get past him by abusing the knight's invincibility. So we have to knock him out in some way. The way we're going to knock him out is via this vent. So if we go to our scientist, who is up, or left on the D-pad, I guess, switch the HVAC control, then you can see the vent is pumping air out. And if we drop the knockout gas here, it'll knock out our knight. but it should also travel through the vent and knock out that jerk bag as well. Alright, so the jerk bag has been knocked out. This is one of the most point-and-click adventure-y style puzzles that we're going to have to deal with. And it relates to both the final launch key, which we will bring up right now, as well as the way that we're going to get the guidance system inserted into this missile. So this is much longer than the zoo quest, as you can see, and multi-stage in its own right as well. Again, remember that this playthrough is as much a let's play as it is a walkthrough for people who are having trouble with the game themselves. So let's insert the 3 keys here. We'll probably get some voiceover work.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, I read that somewhere. Seems appropriate.
Alright, the last thing that we have to do is insert the guidance system. And in order to do this, again, this is something that took me a long time to figure out, because if you just go and look at, like, the guidance system in here, you're probably going to be like, what the fuck is this supposed to be? Is this, like, that way that Rita looked at the Power Rangers? But actually, if you think of that as a space capsule, then things are going to get a lot easier for you. So you've got to insert something into that, like, capsule that will allow us to, or allow the missile to be piloted, basically. So we're going to come down here. There is a fruit bowl. We're going to say, do we want some apples? No, I don't want any apples. Do we want, I think it's a pear? No, we don't want any pears. Bananas, that's what we're looking out for. And, yeah, we already got that cave painting down there. Just didn't want to miss that, just in case. This is obviously not a 100% walkthrough. I'm just saying that we don't want to leave anything behind like that, if necessary. Unless it's absolutely necessary, I should say, because it's going to allow us to, you know, have a little bit more of a complete picture of these characters that we're playing as. So we got this monkey now. Monkey's going to follow us because monkeys love bananas, as we all know. We're just going to give him a taste for it. And then he will follow us anywhere. Come on, Mr. Monkey. Mr. Monkey. You want a banana? What is the problem here? It worked before, I swear to God. Give him another one. Follow me, monkey man. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of a little... His AI might be a little bit wonky, I guess. We're just going to come down here. Is he going to follow us again?
14%.
Mr. Monkey. Space. I was going to call him Space Nipples. That doesn't really make any sense. There we go. So you got to get close enough to him, but not too close. Or he won't actually follow you because he's just, like, standing next to you. Monkey's pretty sweet on those ladders, I gotta say. So he just disappeared for a second there, but now he's back. And he's gonna join us in the guidance system here. So I salute you too, Monkey. Never fear. So he's gonna get in there, and that will insert the guidance system. So now this missile's gonna be ready to go. And we are going to take the elevator back up. Obviously, what we have to do is hit all 3 of these keys with all 3 of our characters simultaneously, which... Ooh, that was close. Which is easier than it seems. You don't have to do it, like, totally simultaneously. You got a window. As long as they're all turned at the same time, it should be okay. So I believe everybody's up here and ready to go. Where's our scientist? Well, where's our scientist? Oh, there we go. She's way back here. She was controlling the HVAC, so obviously, like, when you have an idea of what to do, it makes this a little bit faster because you have all of your characters relatively coordinated. Again, a lot of the time that I spend in the cave is spent, like, managing the placement of my characters to try to get them into a position where they're ready for the next puzzle. So let's just insert these launch keys and turn them, and that should be the end of the scientist mission here. One of my favorite quests in the game that I've played so far. It was a lot of fun.
Launch in T-5, 4, 3. Booster harness decoupled. 1. Nuclear missile launch commenced. Estimated death toll is 100 million, with an error margin of 2 million. Please wash hands after launching missile.
Naturally, I mean, those keys are just dirty. So we're going to launch this missile here, and this is actually going to be the end of this quest here, provided we can actually get all our characters to the bottom and then across. And we'll have one last cave general quest as well, but we've got at least a couple minutes left in this video before we encounter that, I believe, anyway. Actually, I guess we got 2 cave general quests left, but one of them is very small. So anyway, we're gonna have one more major quest left, and then we're gonna kind of get into the end game.
Horrific and pointless destruction. But if you step back and take in the big picture, you will surely see that the lives of 100 million people pale in comparison to being able to spelunk a little further. What's done is done.
So as usual, we're gonna progress in the cave by jumping off an impossibly high waterfall. And I just want to check something out, because on my first playthrough I saw these signs. To a mind at peace, the lightest of things can be the heaviest. I didn't actually go all the way to the left here. Oh, you know what? This is probably the monk's area, is my guess. I don't know the monk's actual ability. Maybe there's something amazing over here that is not specifically monk related. Oh, that's absolutely true. So I'm guessing that this is like a monastery on top of the temple, which is only available to the monk. Again, I gotta point out how much I love the kind of world design of the cave and the way it makes these things accessible, but not completely accessible, unless you have the right character to do so. So we're gonna continue onwards through this way. What does this one say? The door of enlightenment can be opened only by the one true master. So this door is probably closed until you complete the monk's ability, if you have the monk in your party. Anyway, there is another adventurer piece of cave painting. Deadly, deadly dynamite. It's probably... Is that the 8th one? Because we're getting very close to the end of the game. Not to spoil it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's number 7. Alright, I thought we'd be further than that, to be honest with you. We're going to enter into a beach-type area right here. Jump in this boat. Just wait for everyone else to come, I guess. You can jump in the boat as well, and then we'll get our adventurer. And our adventurer will jump in the boat third. And then we should push off. Maybe I have to jump out, actually, and then push it into the water a little bit. There we go. I don't know why I thought it would just trigger randomly. Now you jump into the boat. Okay, we're all good. Finally. Probably get some voiceover work any second now.
Know any sea shanties? 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Oh, that's more a bar song than a sea shanty. Ooh, I've got one. 99 bottles of rum on the wall, 99 bottles of rum.
Pretty sure if anyone actually sang that in a bar, they would get the shit kicked out of them. Maybe I just go to some sketchy bars, but in any case, we're going to continue floating just a little bit further, and then we're going to encounter our third and final enormous Cave General quest, and we're going to get introduced to it quickly here before the video ends.
I'm rescued.
Rescued?
Shut up. After years on this blasted island, I can finally leave.
Finally leave.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. I'm going to go collect my stuff and get my beloved dog Spanky so we can skedaddle.
Beloved dog.
Shut up.
Well, from stuck in a cave to marooned on an island stuck in a cave, things aren't exactly looking up for our friends now, are they? No, they're not.
Well, I think things are looking up for them because they're almost at the end of the game here. We've got one more huge quest, and then a tiny quest, which will probably represent the end of this particular playthrough. Although, again, I might do more with other characters. But in any case, thank you guys for watching. We're going to do the last Cave General quest, get off this island, and continue our progress towards the end of the cave with the adventurer, scientist, and the knight. As always, thank you guys for watching, and again, I will see you next time.